while the narrative formula embeds that history in a storyline that is at once strong and compelling. The American Revolution was fought over a 6-year period, 1775 to 1781, while the Treaty of Paris that officially ended the war and recognized the infant United States as a sovereign nation was not signed until 1783. During that 6-year period, many men and women served the American cause, yet their names, beyond perhaps George Washington, the Marquis de Lafayette, or possibly a few members of Congress like Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Jefferson, are today virtually lost and forgotten. This book is about one of the more important and exciting engagements that took place during the course of the American Revolution, and it is populated by many of those same unknown characters who gave years of their lives over to hardship, danger, and constant toil to see the issue through to its final conclusion. The story is most principally about Daniel Morgan, a rough-and-tumble son of the American frontier who, through hard work, intelligence, and strength of character, rose through life to become a brigadier general, a man of wealth, and a United States congressman. But many more lives than Daniel Morgan's shine through its pages. By and large, these were unremarkable people who did remarkable things simply because they were placed in situations where they were forced to rise to the occasion. They were far from perfect. Some were coarse, many uneducated, others unfair, biased, or self-serving. But that tarnished humanity, I think, only serves to underscore what they accomplished all the more. Against almost incalculable odds, they achieved something the world had never before witnessed: the founding of a new democratic republic predicated upon the rule of law and civil rights of its citizenry. In that sense, then, this is a book not just about war or revolution, but rather about the emergence of a new way of life and a new way of conceiving ourselves as human beings. The American Revolution freed the human spirit in a way it had never before been freed, and while that accomplishment was at its inception surely limited by our standards of morality and inclusion today, from tiny acorns mighty oaks do grow. Ultimately, that freedom, the capacity not just to dream, but to aspire to be something far more than what we once were, was what the American Revolution was really about. And that sense of aspiration is hardly a uniquely American phenomenon. Thus, the initial formation of the United States might best be viewed as an imperfect gift, secured through enormous blood and sacrifice, and bequeathed from one generation to all those that followed, yet a gift every citizen today enjoys, whether aware of it or not. But just as a flame slowly dies if unattended, that remarkable gift will surely wither and burn out in the hands of those who neither understand nor value what they have been gifted. The great Indian activist Jawaharlal Nehru once observed that history is a record of human progress, a record of the struggle of the advancement of the human mind, of the human spirit, towards some known or unknown objective. And the revolution was, I believe, a giant leap forward in the advancement of that human condition, repercussions of which still reverberate throughout our world to this day. In other words, the democratic revolution that began in the 13 colonies is today far from over, its ultimate outcome still very much in question. As the young Frenchman Alexis de Tocqueville observed at the dawn of the 19th century after visiting the infant United States, "The nations of our time cannot prevent the conditions of men from becoming equal, but it depends upon themselves whether the principle of equality is to lead them to servitude or freedom, to knowledge or barbarism, to prosperity or wretchedness." On those important issues, the jury remains out, and that is why a basic understanding of the American Revolution matters a great deal. Indeed, perhaps today, more than ever. J.S. A commentary. Almost everyone has heard of the